Okay, so this happened about probably a week ago at this concert, and this controversy started with Omale, a Nigerian singer-songwriter, and a girl named Jess, who was in a relationship with ISO. So, you have the girlfriend Jess, she goes on stage, she's dancing a bit, and she gets led by Omale on stage, and the curtain falls behind them, or in front of them. Before watching the actual video of how this whole thing happened, I saw how people actually reacted to it, and I was confused on why people were actually getting so mad about the situation. Because the first 15-20 videos I saw all ended at the same point, which was as soon as the curtains fell. So I thought people were mad that she danced on the stage a little bit like this. So I'm like, that's not really that bad. Why is everyone so mad? Till I seen this video of what happened behind the curtain. She's getting bent over. She's getting put in all these different positions by the artist in front of everyone. She's letting the guy hump her in front of an entire audience. If this was in a different scenario, people would have thought she was actually getting back shots. And then just pans to the boyfriend, and the guy just looks defeated. This is him walking out at the end, and people actually just had no remorse for him at that time. Because in the video where he's walking, people were just laughing at him. And people just felt bad for the guy because all the captions for the thing said that she ruined a 7-year relationship. Also, I found out it's not a 7-year relationship. It wasn't even a year relationship. So somehow Kai got the boyfriend on stream, and ISO said himself that the whole entire relationship was less than a year. So I'm not sure why people said 7. Maybe it was to get more of a reaction.
And how long was y'all dating for?
How long was what?
Yeah, how long was y'all dating for?
Dating? Less than a year.
Wait, why did I hear 7 years? So that was a rumor?
It wasn't 7 years.
It was a rumor?
Man.
It was a rumor?
Yeah, rumors.
Okay, so there was a rumor, okay?
Yeah.
So you just cleared it up? Less than...
But the reason how or why he got on Kai's stream was that, everyone felt bad for the guy, and Kai thought that he can help the guy out. So Kai streamed a 20v1 for him. It was like 20 women and him, well, if you don't know how a 20v1 works, so it's 20 women and him. He goes through all the women, slowly eliminating them one by one. Then he gets to the final 2, and then he picks one. And then, it really just goes from there. So the 20v1, or the point of it, was to help him, I'm guessing, to forget about his old girl and get a new one. So right after the 20v1 ended, Kai gives the guy $20,000. And even more stuff is happening for him. Because at the peak of his popularity, he posted a teaser for a song, and he already posted something with a sponsor that included him watching Jess's first response to the whole situation, and Jazz calling him. Jazz being one of the girls from the 20v1. He also sent a message to Kai, I think a day later, telling him that he's getting deals with people, I'm guessing labels and all that, and people are speculating that's like tens of thousands of dollars of deals. His TikTok flew from 2K to 300K, and his Instagram from 5K to 85K. So, in the span of less than a week, he lost his girlfriend of less than a year by her doing the craziest things with another man in front of her man at the point where, at least a couple million people seen this. But in return, gained 400,000 followers, a new girl, $20,000, and business opportunities. So, you must be thinking, whatever happened to, the ex, Jess? So after everything happened, she made a response on TikTok. Originally it was a part 1. I think the part 1 everyone just hated. She deleted that. Part 2 also got deleted. Not sure what the part 2 said. But the part 1, all it was is a clarification. She claimed that ISO was okay with her going on stage, but I'm guessing he wasn't okay with her throwing it back on another man, which is, reasonable. And the rest of the video wasn't even an apology. She didn't even apologize once or take any accountability for it. It was just her clarifying stuff, saying that, I bought the tickets, he was okay, people are just harassing me, and how this whole thing was just a mistake. Said the entire thing, didn't give an apology, and didn't take any accountability. So then Kai messages her to get her side of the story so she can say it on stream, and this is what she had to say.
She replied! Damn! I said, let me know if you want to talk on stream to tell your side of the story. She said, hi, thank you for reaching out. I'm definitely interested in collaborating with you. However, I'd appreciate it if we could discuss compensation for my time and my contributions. wait, hold on. Wait! Bitch! She moving like Kim. What the fuck? What the fuck?
She didn't want to set the record straight on her own, but she wanted compensation from Kai for her time and contribution, calling it a collab. The only reason why she's asking for compensation is because ISO got 20k business deals and a new girl. And I'm guessing she's like, if you gave that to him, I deserve something too. Being that, you know, the whole thing's going to be on stream. But ISO didn't know that, 20k business opportunities. But, you know, I feel like he probably knew about, you know, 20v1. She knows that if she goes on it, she might get something. And you want to know what Kai had to say in response to her asking for compensation? He laughed at her. Because there's no way you're asking for compensation to get your story out because of the actions you did. Because really, why does she deserve the compensation? She did something that destroyed her entire relationship, and that was shown to millions of people, which is basically demoralizing to ISO as a man and a boyfriend in the relationship. And this whole thing wouldn't have happened if she was throwing it back on the guy. Because she could have gone on stage, you know, danced and all that. But throwing it back on another guy in front of your boyfriend is something else. Also, there's one thing I don't get in general. When an artist grabs someone from the crowd of an opposite gender or opposite sex, why does that person do the craziest thing with the artist to get a reaction from the crowd? Are they thinking that the artist is going to be in a relationship with them after the show ends? Because after the show ended, Omole got interviewed by I think one or two people, and they asked about the girl. He forgot her name. So after putting an entire show for him, and he didn't even bother to remember her name. But what I'm even more confused about is that people are actually hating on Kai because he's not giving her compensation and saying that he's a misogynist for it, because that guy got, you know, compensation, a girl, 20 grand, business opportunities, but she caused a whole thing in the first place that broke the relationship, and she now wants compensation, and because he's not giving the compensation, he has to be a misogynist. Because what's better in her eyes? Either getting money or having less people hating. Because either way, end of the day, she's probably still gonna get hate, but no one's gonna remember her by April. By the time April rolls around, no one's gonna remember her, because that's how things are. Because, you know, no apology, no accountability, and her response was a whole lot of nothing. So, end of the day, I still got money, a new girl, business opportunities because people felt bad, things are looking up for him, but for Jess, things are going down because of her actions, not taking accountability, and really not giving any sort of apology for, you know, demoralizing the guy. Also, I don't know how this happened, but somehow she got interviewed by a channel with about 500,000 subs, being Trend Central, which is a channel based on the UK, or in the UK. Originally, I was just gonna post everything I said before I got to this point, but I got busy, didn't have the time to make the video, and then it was revealed that she was actually gonna do an interview on this thing, so I waited a bit, got time now, and now I'm posting it. So the interview is about 40 minutes long. I don't think you guys want to watch what she said, so I'm just paraphrase everything, instead of you guys having to watch a 40-minute video. First thing she said is that, you know, the relationship was indeed less than a year long. She's been an Omole fan since the beginning. She got tickets last year from a concert that he had, but that concert got cancelled. And then, you know, this concert came around. She got the tickets instantly for both her and ISO. Because ISO was going through a rough time, and she thought that, you know, if they go to a concert, it might take things off his mind. But it feels like what she did at the concert actually made things worse for him. So, they talked about it beforehand before going to the concert, in case of her getting called up on stage, and he was fine with it. But I feel like, you know, most people would be fine with it too, with significant other going on stage. But then, you know, giving the artist a whole lap dance live, I feel like that's when it gets to the territory of things not being fine. Because apparently with Omole, he's been doing similar things like this at his other concerts, and she felt like she had to put on a show for him when she got called up there. And I'm thinking, if he is doing this at multiple shows, and this is the first time a controversy like this has happened, I'm guessing when he picks other women from the crowd, those women are either single or they didn't bring their boyfriends along. But if the boyfriend knew that this was going to happen if she went on stage, I feel like, you know, he probably would have said no to her going on stage. But after she came down from the stage, she realized that she probably messed up, because a random guy at the concert asked if ISO was her boyfriend. Because this random guy must be thinking that there's no way she did all that on stage while her boyfriend watches. And then, you know, when she got to ISO, he was quiet. Then it was the video of him walking away. She was stopped by a few women basically congratulating her for doing what she did. And ISO didn't want to hear that apparently, and he just walked away. But they did in fact leave together. She then blamed his reaction on the people around him, saying that they influenced him to act the way that he did. And I don't think that's true, because that's any guy, and if they saw their girlfriend doing what she did, they probably would have got annoyed, or they probably would have got mad. He was not influenced. She was pimping herself out on stage, And then the interviewer asked her if the roles were reversed and it was ISO and Jada Kingdom. She said that she would be fine with it, but she would be uncomfortable about the people recording her, which I don't think is true. After the whole thing went viral, she said that took a toll on her mentally because it was tens of thousands of people, just talking negatively about her. Her friends were saying that, you probably shouldn't have danced like that. But after, the amount of hate, both her friends and family started supporting her. Now the Kai Cenat compensation stuff. So she was trending, she talked to friends and family about it, and she didn't want to go on a live stream for free. And this is the part where it kind of gets interesting. So before Kai messaged her, she got called by Kai twice, and she was still with ISO at this point. And ISO was telling her not to pick up the call and not to go on the stream. Jess said to ISO that maybe she should call one of her friends to get their point of view on whenever she should go on the stream or not. And ISO told her that there's no point of calling if you're not going to go on the stream in the first place. And after a few hours of ISO telling her that there's no point of going on the stream, he's on Kai's stream by himself. And after the stream ended, they haven't spoken since. In her eyes, she felt like ISO is doing this to hurt her intentionally because ISO told her not to go, but he's on the stream himself doing a dating show while they still haven't, officially broken up yet. She doesn't feel bad about her going on stage, but she does feel bad of how it made ISO feel. She only made the apology because she publicly humiliated ISO, but she felt disrespected when ISO put her on his sponsored commercial. So really, that was the end of the interview. If you liked, then sub. If you sub, you might get another video.